I'm Russ Krachun, and that's my horse style and badger. And today I would like to share with you my theory and my ideas how to develop muscle memory and flexibility in the horse neck muscles from the left and right side of the horse neck. In the 18th century was amazing French horseman, great horseman, Francois Bouchier, who designed and invented methods, flexibility in the horse neck muscle from the left and right side. Many years ago, he realized we can communicate with horse not through the horse mouth. We can communicate with horse through the horse neck muscles to connect all muscles, shoulders, rib cage, spine, hindquarters to the horse neck muscle and develop flexibility in the horse and flexibility in the horse muscles through the whole horse body from the left and right side and develop horse balance and coordination. I would like to stop for a second and share with you how I understand how we communicate with horse. How we communicate with horse and educate horse be flexible from the left and right side of his body and develop this balance and coordination. We have to realize horse have, first of all, mental abilities. That's the most important. Because if horse mentally not relax, all body and muscles of the horse gonna be tense. And horse will never gonna develop balance, coordination, and relaxation and flexibility of his muscle. We have to realize, as a horseman and horsewoman, horse have neck muscles what connect to the shoulders. Shoulders muscles, joints connect to the spine, rib cage, spine connect to the hindquarters. To actually navigate horse mental abilities and physical abilities, we need horse neck muscle. Yes, we connect to the horse mouth. That's a starting point because we cannot put bridle on the horse neck. But everything, actually reality, all education and all communication through the horse body coming not through the mouth, coming from the mental abilities. And horse, if horse relax, we will easy start to develop flexibility from the right and left side of the horse neck muscle and develop muscle memory. Francois Bouchier, this French amazing horseman, he discovers these amazing methods to actually how to communicate with horse through the neck muscle. And he transferred his education to the great horseman from England, James Fellis, was born on December 27 in 1834. James Fellis, he learned Francois Bouchier methodology, and he take his methods to the next level and accomplish his own methodology in 1890s. He was recognized in the horse world with his education, methods, what we actually use until today. Reality, it was designed and they're called then, long time ago, they're called as dressage riding. And dressage riding, it was from the French word, it was train beyond. And actually, dressage riding was used not for the performance, sport, or discipline. That was used for the army, for the cavalry. When soldiers have to have trained beyond horse, and they have to go to the battlefield and perform with their horses. So horses have to respond immediately to any cue what soldier, horseman desire from the horse. Because if horseman asks something for the horse and horse not respond to the horseman, he can be injured or he can be killed in the battlefield. So that's why they're designed and called as dressage, trained beyond horse. And then they're designed, they're said, we can communicate with horse through our reins, but we cannot communicate through the mouth. We have to communicate. Education starts from the mental abilities, transfer to the physical abilities. And all, like I said before, all muscles and joints connect from the neck and continue, shoulders, rib cage, spine, and hindquarters. So if we're going to have very stiff muscles in the horse neck muscles, we will never navigate horse shoulders, hindquarters, rib cage, hindquarters, rib cage, or spine, or front shoulders. Everything will gonna fall apart. By reading book, riding principles of James Fellis and learn his methodology, I realized he explained all his methods actually built on the pressure and release. And here I fall apart, completely fall apart. I'm going to explain why I fall apart. Because pressure and release for me, by studying horsemanship for many years, I realized pressure and release, it's a surviving instinct. If pressure and release work that great for the horse education, mental and physical abilities, we will never change tools. What I mean tools? We will never have tie downs, German martingales, shank beat, twisted beats, mile beats, mouth shots. We will never change the beats because pressure and release will work for the horse mental and physical abilities. Like you know from my biography, where who I was before, I was in professional sport for 9 years. And the way how I was educated by my coach, everything was developed for the final performance physical exercises and performance maneuvers. I was developed with timing and repetition on each physical exercise to develop actually muscle memory, develop tissue of the muscle, flexibility of the muscle. But first of all, I have to be very comfortable mentally, so my muscle will not going to be tense. So I took my knowledge, what actually my coach educated me, how he educated me as a human. And I am strong believer, pressure and release educate horse to some certain point, mentally and physically, and stop. Horse education. And then why we have to start to pick up and change the beats, or pick up harder and pull harder. And it's a surviving instinct. That's simple. It's a surviving instinct. So I took my knowledge from the sport and I transferred to the horsemanship to develop horse flexibility on any muscle with physical exercise. I always ask myself, can actually pressure and release develop tissue of the muscle? Can pressure and release actually develop muscle memory? And my answer always was no, because it's surviving instinct. Because if I'm going to pick up and I release, and I'm going to wait, when I'm going to pick up and I'm going to wait till horse going to give me this face, and he's going to give me this nose, and I release, he give me this nose only because he's uncomfortable. He using surviving instinct. I will give you this nose, and please release me from that. So can I actually develop muscle memory? Can I actually develop flexibility with pressure and release in the horse neck muscle, on any muscle of the horse body? And again, my answer was absolutely, that's not possible. That's why we're changing tools all the time, changing tools. So I start to think how I was educated by my coach. Each muscle of your body can be educated only with physical performance exercise, because tissue of the muscle need physical exercise and increasing time with repetitions. Repetitions doesn't mean what I say, repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. Each physical exercise have their own repetition. 1 repetition or 2 or 3 repetitions when you increasing timing on each repetition. And I'm going to explain. Say for example, I would like to develop flexibility in the badger left side of his neck muscle. If I'm going to pick up the rein and going to say, badger, can you give me this muscle? Not face, not concentrating on the horse face. I concentrate on the left muscle of the horse neck. Can you actually give me this neck muscle? Flex. If I'm going to pick up and he give me the face and I'm going to release, that's what he's going to learn. He's going to learn, give me face and release. That's a limit of the tissue of the muscles and muscle memory. Limit. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. So I thought, how that can transfer to the forward motion? That's not possible. Because walk, trot, and lope, that's what he's going to learn. Pick up and release, pick up and release. And that's what he'll learn mentally. So if I'm going to travel in a forward motion, and I'm going to pick up and release, that's what he'll learn. If I'm going to travel for a long period of time and hold this, he's going to start to fight. Why he fighting? Right here, mentally not comfortable. When he's not comfortable mentally, he physically not comfortable. And he cannot develop muscle memory. So I said, okay, let's go educate horse with timing and repetition. So say, for example, we're developing flexibility in the horse neck muscle. My first repetition is going to be pick up, and I'm going to hold, and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not concentrating on his face. I'm concentrating only on the timing of the physical exercise, and I'm going to release. And I'm going to say, great, that's what I want. Please stay still and stay still and relax. Relax his mental abilities and relax his physical abilities. Now I'm going to the second repetition. I'm going to pick up and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I release. So what I done differently, I increased timing. And the physical repetition of the physical exercise. So I'm stretching this muscle for a long period of time, and I developing tissue of the muscle and muscle memory, strength of the muscle. Because I'm going to do exactly the same in the forward motion. So I'm going to go to the third repetition. I'm going to pick up and say, badger, can you give me and stay longer? And I'm maybe going to count to 20. And I'm going to release my horse. So you can see badger don't stay in bouncing head left and right, or start to escape from the pressure. Because if I'm going to just educate him from the pressure, and I pick up, and I release, that's what he's going to learn. And anytime if I'm going to pick up longer and stay still in the forward motion, he will fall apart. He will start to fight with that. So, in my opinion, pressure and release, it's a surviving instinct from discomfort. It's not possible to educate tissue of the muscle and muscle memory to keep shape for a long period of time. And I'm going to give you an example. Say, for example, you're going to take an athlete and he wants to stretch the leg. If I'm going to pick up him and sit in the splits, if I'm going to take a person, I'm going to say, stretch your legs, push him down, and release. Push him down and release. That's what he's going to learn. That's what muscle will going to learn. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. But if I apply repetition, say stretch, release. And after I'm going to say second repetition, stretch, 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 release. And after I go to the third repetition, stretch, stretch, and increase timing on the third repetition. Then horse will gonna learn, not horse, human will gonna learn to keep these legs for a long period of time and stretch. So eventually it's gonna be so easy for him to keep for a long period of time this tissue of the muscle and the stretch. We saw no different with horse. Keep and fight because I developing muscle of the horse, tissue of the muscle of the horse neck from the left and right side. And again, it's a critical important to know how to increase timing. Every day you have to increase little bit, half second more, 1 second more, 2 seconds more. Then horse will gonna learn how to keep shape and keep the shape without the fear, without frustration, and become very, very flexible on the horse. And his neck of his neck muscle from the left and right side, and keeps this balance of his and coordination of his body from the left and right side. But reality, education start not under saddle. Education start from the ground. That's very important to understand. When we're going to start to educate horses to develop flexibility of the neck muscle, we have to start first of all on the rope. And she kind of braced herself. Right away, I start to pay attention to her ears. Right away, door open, and my neighbor, he working, he cutting wood or etc. Right away, she's pay attention there. Remember, I always talk about this. Mental ability is gone. Concentrate on something else. All muscle will gonna tense, and that's what exactly happens. Develops this muscle memory, develop strength of the muscles. But the most important, develop horse mental abilities. Because if we're not gonna develop horse mental abilities, and horse mentally, it's critical important what I'm saying right now. If horse mentally gonna be stressed or worry about physical exercise, horse mentally will gonna tense every muscle on his body, and muscle will never gonna get flexed, because first of all, he worry mentally. If he relax mentally, relaxation coming through the whole body. It's not different than human. When we worry about something, we're very tense, and it's very hard for us to actually accomplish physical exercises and be relaxed on our muscles and our body, mentally and physically. Exactly the same with horses. Horse, first of all, have to understand sequence of the method. Horse have to understand education of the horseman. And if horse comfortable mentally, you can find all relaxation going through his body. And he's gonna be very, very relaxed when they're gonna pick up the reins and gonna apply repetitions. Horse will change sides for you, will stay on this shape without fighting with you, without upsetness, and you will develop flexibility in the horse neck muscle without fear and frustration in the horse mental and physical abilities. In the next video, I'm looking forward to share with you my theory, my philosophy of my horsemanship methodology, how to keep proper balance and coordination and weight of your hips and your body. So we're not going to compromise weight of the horse body from the left and right side when we're educating horse to flex his neck muscles from the left and right side of his body. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and put comment under this video. We will really appreciate that. Don't forget click button like to support our channel, so we will continue develop this video to benefit you and your horse with our horsemanship education.